وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ صَلْصَالٍ مِنْ حَمَإٍ مَسْنُونٍ. Now look to this term, so heavy a term. Although Quran is fi Arabiyyin mubin, very easy. وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. We have made this Quran easy to get the reminding and the admonition. But here we find a very heavy term, صَلْصَالٍ مِنْ حَمَإٍ مَسْنُونٍ. What is salsal? When clay, it hardens and it is dry, it becomes, ringing and sounding. Khanakna, which we call in Urdu. Hamay masnoon, the mud, when it gets black in color and becomes sticky. This is called hamay masnoon. So the mud, we have so many words in the Quran about the creation of man. Min turab, min teen in lazib, min hamay masnoon, min salsalin kal fakhar, min salsalim min hamay masnoon. 6 terms are used. Why? This is a point to ponder. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used these different terms. Why? Because it was in His knowledge. A time will come when the knowledge of the physical sciences, that will increase. How the life developed and evolved on this planet, all these facts will come to the light, come into the knowledge of human beings. And then, these words will shine that this was the process that Allah showed. The mud, at the course of the oceans. Then there are, where water and sand and clay, they are interacting. Wave coming, going back, coming, going back. This continuous interaction of the clay and the water, it is actually where the inorganic salts turn into organic salts. And the organic salts, they have the capability of having life. From there started the life. And this was the mud, Just as we have in marshy areas. Now there are marshy areas and there you have black mud. And when it is, it becomes hard, it cracks like anything. Just like flakes, corn flakes, so the clay flakes. And this is salsalim min hamaim masnoon. This is from which the life of this planet started. The unicellular cell, the amoeba, and from that on, passing through different stages. So turab, simple clay. Teen, when clay has been mixed with water. Teen in lazib, when the organic changes into inorganic change into organic. There is, fermentation in it. Then it turns black. And from that, if it dries up, there is salsal. And from that, man has been created. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ. And note, we find the word whenever these things are discussed, not Adam, insan, bashar, not Adam. وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ مِنْ صَلْصَالٍ مِنْ حَمَإٍ مَسْنُونٍ وَالْجَانَّ خَلَقْنَاهُ مِنْ قَبْلُ مِنْ نَارِ السَّمُومِ. And as for the jinns, we had created them long before from fire of scorching wind. I had given you the stages, of descent and the stages of creation. But now I can't go into that detail again. The alamul amr, alamul khalq. The explosion of kun, the first explosion, by which light was created. But it was cool light, without any heat. It was all light. From this light, the spirits, human spirits were created and the angels were created. Now, another explosion, a very big explosion. Now this is Big Bang, which the scientists have, they have reached. This Big Bang, there was an explosion and then fire was created. Very hot, trillions and trillions of degrees or centigrade, that was the temperature of those particles, photons, very small particles. And then, this is the world of matter after this Big Bang. And when these fireballs started to cool down, there was clay, on the surface of the earth. Vapors went out and they formed the water in the atmosphere, and they now raining was going on for thousands and thousands of years. And when now this raining, this water and clay interacting into each other, and from there life started on this planet. Well, the jinns were created in the intermediary stage of fire. Well, they were created before man. Min nari samum, fire of scorching wind. Qala rabbuka lil malaikati inni khaliqun basharan min salsalin min hamaim masnoon. Again the same, same heavy term repeated. And just recall when your Lord said to the angels, I am going to create a man, a mortal, and created from what? Min salsalin min hamaim masnoon. The same term repeated. فَإِذَا سَوَّيْتُهُ وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي فَقَعُوا لَهُ سَاجِدِينَ. So when I have fashioned it and shaped it, when I have given final touches, to it and completed its formation, and I have breathed into him from my own soul, then fall down before him in prostration. This ayah is very important, very important. As to know the reality of man, human being, he is not only an animal like the other forms of life on this planet. He has something else within him, and that is divine, not from this clay. This body comes from this clay. It will return to this clay. مِنْهَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ وَفِيهَا نُعِيدُكُمْ وَمِنْهَا نُخْرِجُكُمْ تَارَةً أُخْرَى. But the soul came from above. يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الرُّوحِ قُلِ الرُّوحُ مِنْ أَمْرِ رَبِّي. And it will return from where it had come. So this must be understood. We have a, so to say, a composite existence, an animal as well as angel. There is a very good couplet, very beautiful couplet of Shaykh Sadi Rahmatullah Alayhi in Persian. Admi zada turfa majun ast, as farishta sarishta was haywan. This, human being is a very strange sort of mixture. In every human being, there is a farishta. An angel is also there, an animal is also there. This our animal existence, this body, has all the animal instincts, all the shortcomings of animals, all the desires of the animals, all the lusts of the animal, everything, all the weaknesses of the animals. But now there is that angelic form also, the divine spark, the divine spirit which was blown to us. And that is really me, that is really you. I was just mentioning the name of Confucius. No, it's not Confucius, it is from Upanishad, a very beautiful sentence. Upanishads of Hindus, the ancient scriptures of India. Man in his ignorance identifies himself with the material sheaths which encompass his real self. Your real self, and there are, encompassing things. This physical body, it is encompassing, enveloping your real self. But you, in your ignorance, think that this is I, this is me. No, this is not you. You are something within it which possesses this body. When I say this is my body, who is me? This is my body. I possess this body. Who is that me? That me is actually that self, that khudi, that ana, that is actually divine from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَإِذَا سَوَّيْتُهُ وَنَفَخْتُ. And this is one of those ayat which are repeated exactly in the same words in the Quran. This comes in Surah Sad, exactly in these words. فَإِذَا سَوَّيْتُهُ وَنَفَخْتُ فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِي فَقَعُوا لَهُ سَاجِدِينَ. In the 23rd part of the Quran. فَسَجَدَ الْمَلَائِكَةُ كُلُّهُمْ أَجْمَعُونَ. That command, divine command, was accepted by all the angels. So all the angels prostrated themselves all together. Illa Iblis, except Iblis. He was not an angel actually, he was a jinni. Kana min al-jinni fa-fasaqa an amri rabbi. This we have in Surah Al-Kahf. But he was very learned, very knowledgeable, very pious. So actually, he was very near the Malaika, and he kept the company of the angels. So that was also, so to say, addressed when that command was given. Illa Iblis, lam aba an yakuna ma'a sajidin. He refused to be among the prostators. Qala ya Iblis ma laka an la takuna ma'a sajidin. Allah said, Ya Iblis, what happened to you? What is to you that you are not becoming one of those who are prostrating? قال لم أكن لأسجد لبشر خلقته من صلصال من حمأ مسنون. Now here he is saying in a very degrading tone, this is not befitting for me that I should prostrate before this Adam, before this man whom you have created from that black mud which had become sticky, foul smelling, and then it dried up and became salsal kal fakhar. خلق الإنسان من صلصال كالفخار, which sounds and which rings. This is not my place that I should go before him. قال فخرج منها فإنك رجيم. Allah said, okay, now you get out of here because now you are cursed. وإن عليك اللعنة إلى يوم الدين. And now this curse of ours will remain upon you till the day of judgment. قال رب فانظرني إلى يوم يبعثون. And he said, O Allah, O my Lord, now give me respite till the day of resurrection. قال فإنك من المنذرين. Allah replied, okay, you are from among those who are given respite. إلى يوم الوقت المعلوم. Till the day of the known time. A time is going to come, that day, that last day will come, and till that time you are given respite. He is living the same jinni. No prophet of Allah has been living. All died. Except for Hazrat Isa alayhi salam, he was raised alive and he will come and he will also die. That will come to him. But this jinni, this jinn, Azazil was his name, personal name. Iblis is his, so to say, title. Iblis in Arabic means the one who was absolutely despaired and disappointed. He has now no hope that Allah will forgive him. But then he says, when I don't have any hope, I'll try to take as many as possible along with me to the hell. And this is what he is bent upon. قال رب بما أغويتني لأزينن لهم في الأرض. Now he said in a challenging tone, Oh my Lord, because you have misled me, you have set me astray. Now I shall adorn and beautify the wrong path for them in the earth, for the progeny of this human being Adam. وَلَوْوِيَنَّهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. And I will take all of them on the wrong path. I will lead all of them to the wrong path. إِلَّا عِبَادَكَ مِنْهُمُ الْمُخْلَصِينَ. Except those of them whom you yourself choose. Mukhlas, please note again, it is not mukhlis, not the sincere one. Some translators in English, they have mistranslated it in a wrong way. This is not mukhlis, it is mukhlas, whom Allah chooses. And He chooses them to be His bondman. قَالَ هَذَا صِرَاطٌ عَلَيَّ مُسْتَقِيمٌ. Allah said, okay, this is the straight path with me. That is agreed between you and me. إِنَّ عِبَادِي لَيْسَ لَكَ عَلَيْهِمْ سُلْطَانٌ. You will have no power, no authority over my bondsmen. إِلَّا مَنِ اتَّبَعَكَ مِنَ الْغَاوِينَ. Except those who are themselves trying to go astray and they follow you. First of all, they choose the wrong path. Then you take them anywhere you like. But people who choose me to be their Lord, you will have no power over them. وَإِنَّ جَهَنَّمَ لَمَوْعِدُهُمْ أَجْمَعِينَ. And Jahannam and hell will be the place of their promise for all of them. لَهَا سَبْعَةُ أَبْوَابٍ. It has 7 gates. لِكُلِّ بَابٍ مِّنْهُمْ جُزْءٌ مَقْسُومٌ. And for every gate of this hell, there is a portion assigned. Different types of crimes, different criminals will be entering that hell through different gates.